Ohio at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Blues and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set. 19. Check. I'm going to run you over. Check 3. And go.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. I think it is. Check. Keep moving, boys.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. You can't block me. Check.
Now it's Watson. And Thomas has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, Trevor Daniel on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
Watch twins. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, orbit. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Yeah, you don't want none. My touch.
Mayfield to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
59. Come on, QB, come on. Bang, 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 bang.
On third down, Mayfield. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
Get the ball. Check 43. Pistol.
Hey, seam 6.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Jim.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield to Barkley on the check down. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Push him back.
Now Saquon Barkley. A spin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They'll run with Foreman. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, watch it. Give me that. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Echo. 51's the mic. Watch the slats. 51 the mic, boys.
From the gun on third, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 180. Alert, 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 alert.
Watch the run, watch the run. Wide, get wide. Tight yard, tight yard, tight yard.
Real.
Shift.
Real.
Quick the edge. Go.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike's back.
180.
I got you, son.
Point it right. Check 25.
Out.
Pistol.
You go tight.
Run.
You got tight right there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Second turn, defense. Let's go.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now. Foreman takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Set. 19. 46.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
On 3rd down, Foreman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Pick up of 2 yards. First down, Chicago.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back 25. 24.
Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check right, check right.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Reset. 19. Hey, 31.
Hey, let's go. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Motion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
Reset.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 31.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. We don't want this.
A carry for Foreman. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch it. Check 52. Kill.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
3 buzz. Right here.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson buying time to his left. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Foreman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 34-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, 24.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check Sherman Arnold. Get your swerve on. 44's the mic.
Watson. He's letting this one go for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Sheds off the tackle. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 44, 44. Mike, 44.
59.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing, Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All day, baby. All day, all day, all day. Check 9, check 9.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Good. 180. Kings. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Watch the safety creep. Slam. Pistol. 50. Hurry. Alert. Watch out.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 25 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo. Come on, D.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Check 26.
Watch out.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Alert. Run. Watch.
A first down carry for Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
No.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
That's got to be a long day.
Shift. Watch the shift.
59. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. 124. Yeah, let's get that ball. 6. 51's the mic.
Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
10-4.
Mike 54. Mike 51. Mike 51. Double 59. Check the backer. Check the backer. Check. Hayward. Check 37.
Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
Right here. Set. 19. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 59. Slow. Mike 51. Mike 51.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Foreman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. There's Foreman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one, and another first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and he completes it to Hunt. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
59. Check, 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 check. Check 24, check 24. Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, it's Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Foreman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Foreman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now. The 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Get ready.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Fairbairn able to put this one through. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This is Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Get him. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let him know.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
180. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. What's up?
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all